Alright, so in this video I just wanted to show you again how to make a piping consistency go to a flooding consistency. So I actually thought of it right as I poured in the first little half teaspoon. So I just poured a half a teaspoon of water in here. And I can already tell that is probably going to be pretty good. So one of the things that I've learned, actually just from watching the Great British Baking Show, which is like my all-time favorite show, to stir, my favorite way to stir things is to go around the outside and through the middle. Around the outside, through the middle. Around the outside, through the middle. So, they sometimes can call that folding because it's not as super like heavy stirring. It's not like, you know, going like that. It's just kind of a soft stir. All right. So it's coming off in blobs still, so it's not going to really disappear anytime soon. So add in some more water. I'm going to just do half of that, see where that gets me. So that was a fourth. So far I have added 3/4 of a teaspoon of water after the piping consistency. I already have it. I did add a tip to this one. These little doodads came with some kit one year that I got from my grandma, I think. I had no clue what they were until like 2 weeks ago. They're like these little rubber bands that you use to put on icing bags. So you can tie it. You could use a hairband or a rubber band. You just might have to go around a couple times. That might be kind of tedious. Or IKEA sells these bag clips. They're like chip bag clips, and they pop open like that, and they really keep things airtight. So like I can, you know, push on this and, you know, you're not going to get anything coming through, which is really nice. Amazon. I just got these on Amazon. I think they were $6, and I got like 20 of the small ones and then 10 of the big ones that I use for like my chips and stuff like that. So not bad for $6. Anyways, okay. So 3/4 of a teaspoon so far to the piping consistency. All right. Still looks like it needs more because it's not quite running off my spatula yet. So just another 1/4 there. So that makes 1 teaspoon. These are going to be for, I think I already said that, Zach and Zeke's adoption day. So I'm excited I get to make these. There we go. Okay, so now it's running. And I'm going to see if I can get this closer. Alright. So just make a little ribbon, and then right there I count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not all the way blended in just yet. So another fourth, about a fourth. So far this is a teaspoon and a fourth added to the piping consistency. Remember I showed you where it makes that V with the icing? That's the piping where it falls off in blobs. So after I made that, I've added 1/4 teaspoon of water. And I have quite a bit of yellow, so alright. Get a ribbon and I'll follow it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not quite there yet. Sometimes though, yeah, I need just a little bit more. Because you'll see when I decorate the cookies that I like to give them a shake. To kind of help, or I tap it. I'll tap the cookie on the table. So sometimes if I'm like, it's close to 15 seconds, but that just needed a little bit more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I am pretty happy with that. Make sure I got it all in there. You know what? Just a smidge. And you know, that's why I feel like that's what this is probably the longest part of the process, is just having to do this right here. Just takes patience. It all takes patience. So, you know, some bakers like to do all their, like, bake their cookies in one day, and then maybe that same day also make the icing colors. Because if you, oh yeah, that looks good. Because if you make sure that they're sealed up nice and tight, like I could leave this overnight and I could decorate with it the next day. So so yeah, kind of just depends on if you're short on time or not. And since you're starting off, you probably are just going to want to do 2 colors. So for colors, let me put a little towel, wet towel over this so that it doesn't dry out while I'm talking. If you use a wet towel like that, it helps keep moisture in there, and that's yeah, that's the whole key with royal icing is moisture. So let me talk to you about colors. So I like to get the little jars. They sell these at Walmart or Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Try to go to Hobby Lobby sometime if or like order online whenever they have their baking stuff half off, because Hobby Lobby is really good about having 50% stuff. And then that way, because these at Walmart, I think Walmart only sells the big one. These one at Walmart are like $2. So they're about the same price at Hobby Lobby, but when you get, you know, half off or whatever. So these are a paste. It's more like honey. Looks like honey. And I like using these much better than the liquid drops of food coloring, because when you add liquid drops, it can change the way that it changes the makeup of whatever it is. It's like adding more water to your icing. So if you use the paste, it doesn't add liquid. Light colors like yellow mix very easily. You don't need a whole lot. To make black icing is like, it's hard. So what I did one time is I like put in, it was just gray. I was adding all this black. I mean, I like put in like half the container in, and it wasn't turning black. And I was doing it the day ahead, and so I was just kept mixing. It wasn't working, and I was like, oh, I'll just leave it and look at it tomorrow. And sure enough, the next day, I woke up and I, went to go check on it, and it was black. So, and at the bottom of my container was like a whole pool of food coloring. So when I researched about black icing, whenever you're making a really deep dark color, like if you wanted to make like a nice navy blue or a black or a red, bright red is also, kind of looks orange I guess on there, but this is like a bright red. Those can be really hard colors to get if you're sitting down to make it. And I think the science behind it, they call it emulsifier, basically, like once everything kind of has time to sit and settle, it's kind of like oil and water, like how they don't mix, but after time the food coloring just kind of mixes in with the powdered sugar in the water. So yeah, if you ever want to make black or dark blue or bright red or a bright blue, or a purple, like a deep dark purple like this, I don't know why this looks blue to you probably, but this is actually like this, it's almost like lavender, but I wanted it to be dark purple and I didn't mix it a day ahead of time, and so it's just like this light purple color. Anyway, so yeah, just I would say if all you have at home is just liquid food coloring, and that's fine, I would just say you're probably going to have to you probably want to add less water, and maybe just only do like one or two drops and just see what that does, because you don't want it to change the consistency too quickly. So yeah, I think that's all I got. But just anytime there's sales, you just go in and you can maybe add another color to your collection. Fishing, they call them a tackle box. So the box that fishermen keep all their equipment in and stuff, those are really good boxes for keeping all your tools in and stuff like that. All right, so that was colors and a little bit more about consistencies. We'll decorate soon, I promise.